hi. Hello, Chichi. How are you? Honestly, it's lovely to meet you or Instagram meet you, but hello, it's a pleasure to be on
Thank
here
you. Same
today.
here. Okay, so meet our guest. Her name is Ada Mokeji, an educational consultant with 18 years. Do you hear that? 18 years is not 8 years old. All right, so 18 years experience and career coach from Drums Study Abroad. So she has helped thousands of students migrate abroad through study to the UK, Ireland, USA, Australia, Dubai, Canada, just name it, like plenty. Okay, so she has successfully coached many to career success to land jobs abroad. So without wasting our time, I'll be giving her the floor to start telling us on how the cheaper, like, you know, here when you go to the market, all right, and they give you a price. Let's say, for instance, they said you're going to buy this cover for like 50 naira. Inside you, you know that you can afford that 50 naira, but you just want to price. Those of us that like pricing, and we need to stay here. So we need that cheaper, right? Because the economy here is not smiling, right? The economy is not smiling. So we need that cheaper routes. We need that to tell us how we can travel, how we can Japan. Any slang that you want to use, just stay cool. All right, so Ada, it's my pleasure welcoming you once again. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. So let's start.
Hello, and thank you so much for your invitation. It is a pleasure for me to be on here today to speak to your wonderful community about options that they can use to travel abroad. And I think something that's quite important to a lot of people at the moment is, you know, a cheaper way or a more affordable way of
Exactly.
traveling abroad. Today, I'm actually going to focus on a particular category. So this will actually apply to certain category of people. So people looking to do a BSc degree in the UK, people looking to do, if you have a HND or a third class degree. So those are people looking to do PGDs or pre-masters in the UK. People looking to study nursing in the UK and have no health qualifications. People looking for a cheaper way to migrate. And also people who have a very large academic gap. And also, obviously, this is a mom's page, so we're also going to talk about moms, you know, busy moms who focused on their families and probably couldn't study and probably still cannot find time to study. So those are the people that we're actually going to be concentrating on. So obviously, people know that there are various ways to migrate abroad. You could go via study, you could go via work, but I'm actually concentrating today on studies, and I'm going to touch on online studies as an opportunity to actually jackpot or travel, right? So for you to actually go online for the actual process that we're discussing today, there are various courses that are available. Courses in accounting, courses in business, courses in entrepreneurship, health and social care, nursing, human resource management, IT, leadership, sales. You know, there's quite a wide range of options here. And then if you have a HND or a third class, the various options that are available to you are to do, we have an MBA pathway where you can do human resource management, strategic management, or strategic sales management, either one of these. So all the options I've discussed will require you to actually study online for a part of the course, after which you would now jackpot. So why we've actually decided to touch on this is that a lot of people maybe can't afford the full fees. So for example, if you choose to study abroad or in the UK or wherever, we have various options like you've already listed. We work with schools in the UK, USA, Australia, Canada, Dubai, Netherlands. Let me not talk too much, but we work with a lot of locations. Generally, the cost associated with studying abroad would be you'd have your tuition fees, you would have living expenses, you would have accommodation, you'd have visa, you'd have travel, you'd have visa fees, and a lot of other fees associated with that. So a lot of people are looking for, you know, any way they can shave off some cost in one or two of those areas. And one way that you can do that is by doing a part of your course, you know, from your home country, so that you don't have to spend all those, you know, you don't have to pay for accommodation, you don't have to pay for visa fees.
So you said something now, right?
Okay.
That one of the ways that you can get a cheaper route is to study at home, right? You just, okay, can you talk more on that before you continue so that other people can hear? Can you talk more on that?
Definitely. Yes, certainly. So usually the cost associated with traveling abroad, usually you need to pay for tuition fees, which is your school fees. Everybody knows that. If you travel, you need to pay accommodation fees, you pay for your flight ticket, you pay for visa fees. There's a lot of cost associated with that, right? To be able to shave off some of those costs, one way of saving money is for you to do a part of that course in your home country, to do it online. So if you do that course online, so let me start with the BSc option for this. So for example, if you were to do this as a BSc student, so for students who maybe have a large academic gap, for students who maybe dropped out of school, there are many students that come to us, probably they may have had issues, maybe there was called, some people had problems with their results. So for whatever reason, some people chose to raise a family. So because of that, they couldn't go to school when other people went. So they could do a BSc. And the good thing about the online BSc option that we have available is that, first of all, it's a fast track option. It's UK accredited, it's flexible, it's affordable, and there are no exams. So you go to school and you have no exams. It's assignment based, 100% assignment based.
It's getting more interesting.
No exams.
It's getting more interesting. Yes.
100%. It actually is, though. I mean, this is actually really it's a very, very good option for people who want to do their BSc. And the fact that you also, one other very good thing about it is that you don't have to wait for September, you don't have to wait for May, you don't have to wait. Once you're registered for this program, if you register today, you can start the program tomorrow. And this option is available in various courses which I've listed. Some of them very, very lucrative for anyone who wants to go into healthcare, social care, nursing, business. So, and one other good thing about it, besides the fact you don't have to wait for specific intake, is that it's so flexible that you can finish it in 6 months. So you would do the equivalent of a 1-year UK degree online, and you can finish it in 6 months. As long as you can finish your assignments quickly enough, you can finish it and graduate. The same will also apply if you chose to do like a pre-master's or a master's. As soon as your assignments are completed, you can go abroad. So if you chose to do a pre-master's, if you have a HND in the UK, usually they have to do either a 1-year master's, or some universities may allow you to do half a year. The cost of that will probably be around about 9,000 in tuition fees alone, 8,000 to 9,000. And after you've paid that, you still need to budget for your flight, because some people have, contacted us. They have enough money for the fees, but what they don't have, the rest of the money for the travel cost and other things is not quite ready. So if you're somebody that's in that situation, then these programs are definitely perfect for you.
Wow, this is nice, honestly. Okay, so you also talked about a free webinar coming up, right? There's a free webinar coming up. Tell us about it.
Yes, so we have a free webinar, and would love any of you to go to our link in our bio anyway. The link for the free webinar is there. It's actually on Telegram. If you don't have the Telegram app, please go and download it, and you can join us in that free webinar. So we'll be passing information on how to land jobs abroad confidently. That's another thing. So we're going to take you through the steps and guide you through those steps through that webinar. So if you're someone who is also looking at, if you're looking to study, we did it. If you want to work, we did it. So if you want to go abroad, you want to fly, carry me go, So I know on your page you have a lot of moms, you have a lot of dads, you have a lot of parents. It's a family page. So if you're a parent, a mom or a dad that has a 16 or a 17-year-old, and you're thinking that you want the child to probably go to the UK and study any of these courses that we've listed, this is a perfect opportunity. You save at least school fees for at least 1 year. You could even save for 2 years, depending on how quickly you're able to go through the course and end up. I'll also have to add that, these online courses are not like a lesson. There are courses that you can do like on, say, for example, Udemy, Allison. Those ones are like lesson, where they're not academically accredited courses. This is the equivalent of you doing year 1 in any UK university or year 2 in any UK university. If you do the year 1 and year 2 program with us, you would finish with a UK HND. So that is actually something that's very, very important for you to know. So in Nigeria, if you decided to go to any of the universities to do a HND, it usually takes about 3 to 4 years for you to complete that. And that is hoping that there's no strike in that whole story. With this program, if you're able to finish year 1 in 6 months and you're able to finish year 2 in 6 months, that means in 1 year you would have completed 2 years of a UK degree, which is an amazing offer. So this applies to the undergraduates. For those that want to do masters, if you have a HND, if you have a 3rd class and you're looking to do a PGD or pre-masters, all these are, you know, UK accredited qualifications. So with the certificates, it will help with, you know, jobs. It also helps to show employers when, you know, one of the reasons when they ask you, so what were you doing in that time? You have nothing to show for it. This is something that you can use to show your employers you were doing something that was credible. But if you're thinking of going the academic route, this is an amazing option for you. And it is the cheapest route for you to actually cross over. So,
are that right? Help us talk about the scholarship.
With most of universities or institutions we work with, we prefer not to use the word scholarships, but they're usually discounts. So, and usually this normally would apply to students who apply early. So, as long as you apply on time, because most times people think that, you know, on websites when they see scholarships, there's just loads and loads. So every school would have a scholarship budget, and what happens, they would only be given to students who apply early. So it's usually on a first come, first served basis. But yeah, that's normally how it works.
For that, someone is asking, how much is medicine and surgery?
Sure. So with regards to medicine and surgery, it will depend on which country you actually do it in. We actually have options in Ireland, we have options in the UK, and we also have an option in the USA as well for medicine. So in the USA, medicine cannot be done as a first degree. So you can't just, you have to study something else. So you might do biochemistry or I don't know, some science course. You may do chemistry, you do 4 years of something before you now progress onto doing a degree. So if you chose to do it in the UK, there are 2 options. You can either do what they call the medicine foundation, which is 1 year before you do the 5 to 6 year medicine degree, or you do 2 years of A-levels before you now do the 5 to 6 years of the degree. And in Ireland, you do either the A-level equivalent or a 1 year foundation. These are the options available. The question they ask is, what is the price? In Naira, I can't tell you exactly, but medicine tuition fees will cost you around about 35 to 40,000 pounds per year. I know that might not mean a lot if you don't understand the exchange rate, but I think it would be best if you contact me so that I can send, you know, we can do the exchange rate, because we work with students in many countries, not just Nigeria, and we work with universities in many countries. So I don't know, I can't tell you exchange rates just by you asking, but I know the amount in pounds or dollars or, you know, in the currency. And then if you send us a DM or chat to us on WhatsApp, join our Telegram group, then probably we'll be able to help you.
Thank you. So someone is also asking, the things you mentioned now, is it only for US or UK or Canada? I think I saw some question like that. You mentioned different countries, right? So it's not restricted to a particular place.
So the actual course that what I'm actually discussing is a UK accredited course. It's a globally recognized qualification, which means you should be able to use it anywhere you choose to. But what happens with diplomas is that for every operator that actually has it, they have universities where they would say that you have direct progression. So, you know, as soon as you finish, you can go here or you can go there. You can also choose on your own to go and apply to wherever you like. But I would say that it is mostly targeted towards UK universities.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, so everyone, we're going to be calling it a day soon. All right. So if you have questions regarding today's session, please hurry up and go to our Drums Study Abroad, all right, to send your DM. Take care of yourself, and thank you all for joining. Thank you so much, Ada. So we hope to bring you. You're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
We want to bring you some other time so that you can also talk to us on another interesting topic. Thank you so much, and thank you, Anna.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.